Hello, my name's Angela Wilson. I'm a palliative care nurse and I'm based at Kettering General Hospital. The reason for talking to you today is to really tell you about how our amazing choir started. So back in March of 2020, when the COVID-19 pandemic started, I realised actually for my own well-being that I really enjoyed singing. I sing in the shower, I sing everywhere I go. I'm just one of those people. And I really liked being part of a choir in places where I've worked before. There's been hospital choirs, etc. And so we have a hospital social media account, and I just put a general question out there to the wider population. Is there a choir? And if there isn't, would we all like to join one? And I was absolutely overwhelmed by the responses. Within, I think, half a day, I'd had something like 40 or 50 responses of people who were interested in starting a choir or being part of a choir. It was quite early days at that point. I didn't really know how I was going to go about doing it or even what I'd do to get it off the ground, but just really was getting that sense of what we all needed. And certainly there was a feel that actually it was something that people in the trust really wanted to do. By some sort of coincidence, a local business who is the Becky Horrell Vocal Academy is a Becky Horrell herself is a vocal coach, and she runs that, that's her living, and she wanted to give something back to the NHS. And as a hospital, actually, we were overwhelmed by people who wanted to give us all something, and she offered her services to us sort of for singing for well-being. And so luckily for me, my social media post hadn't gone unnoticed by our communications team, and the two of us were put together. Becky and I sat down and worked out actually that what we needed to do was, because of the way things were, that we'd set up this choir, but that we'd do it virtually initially. And so we did. And in our first few weeks, our attendance has grown and grown. People came and people went, as these things do. But actually, since the beginning of the pandemic, we've had sort of a good sort of 10, 15 strong choir who join us every week on a Wednesday to sing. We record a whole variety of songs, some a bit more uplifting, some a bit more sad. And it's a really lovely thing to do. We do sing. We are literally singing at a computer screen on Zoom every Wednesday, and you sing in your living room and to the cat or whoever. But actually what we do then, once we've finished practicing a song, we all send a recording in to Becky, who amalgamates all our voices and makes us sound like a choir. And it's been phenomenal. I think in addition to the sort of general well-known benefits of singing, we've had the additional benefit of meeting people, for me certainly, of people I wouldn't have ever met in the hospital, I wouldn't have ever known, and to actually just share some experiences. The pandemic has been challenging for all of us in many, many ways, some personally, some professionally and personally. But actually, we spend a lot of our time at the beginning of our choir just giving each other some support, making each other feel like actually this is a really positive experience. And actually only, a few weeks ago, one of our colleagues who's just really overwhelmed with work at the moment and with everything going on, we have said how much it really helped her to manage what was going on in her life at that moment. So for me, to be able to do that for some fellow colleagues that I never met, who've become real friends, who we have shared experiences, we know all about our lives, it's just been a really, really positive experience. And we're trying to grow our membership all the time. So anybody that wants to join from wherever they are in the NHS, if they want to get in contact with me, by all means do. And, come and join us on a Wednesday night at 7:30. It's just really good for the soul. And actually, hopefully, with the way things are going, if we are able to meet in the near future, that would be great, so that we can actually sing in person and bring the choir together as choirs should be.